gotta go home.
Obviously, I think a lot of people are frightened that if they go away, if they disappear for a while, everything will crumble. They'll come back and there's no place for you. Being away was good for us all.
The human race has to learn how to leave the world alone and let what is called the natural homeostasis, that is the self-balancing process of nature, take care of the mess. Now, how are we going to do that? This is Japanese ceremonial tea. It's good on a cold day. See, our problem is we don't really know how to stop. We've got something started and we see it's going in a wrong direction. And I think the difficulty is, to borrow an old Chinese saying, that when the wrong man uses the right means work in the wrong way. In other words, there's something wrong with the way we think. And while that is there, everything we do will be a mess. Now, what is it that's wrong?
Bigger than money, though, Dave. It's so much bigger than money.
Oh, no, it was bigger than money. But you know what? I watched one of these nature shows one time, and they were talking about how a bushman finds water when it's scarce. And they do what's called a salt trap. I didn't know this. Apparently, baboons love salt.
Okay.
So they put a lump of salt in a hole, and they wait for the baboon. The baboon comes, sticks his hand in the hole, grabs the salt makes his hand bigger, and he's trapped. He can't get his hand out. Now, if he's smart, all he does is let go of the salt. Baboon doesn't want to let go of the salt. Then the bushman just comes, takes the baboon, throws him in the cage, and gives him all the salt he wants. And then the baboon gets thirsty. The bushman lets him out the cage. The first place the baboon runs to is water. Bushman follows him, and they both drink to their fill. And in that analogy, I felt like the baboon. But I was smart enough to let go of the salt.
Smart. She's not happy with you right now?
Well, she's not mad at me, but don't think you're going to walk away from $50 million and your wife's just going to be cool with it.
That's an angle I hadn't thought about, yeah.
Oh, it was crazy. I thought I was going to get the Jerry Maguire, baby, you can be anything you want to be speech.
Yeah.
It didn't pan out.
No.
I would go to work on the show, and I felt awful every day. And that's not the way it was. I felt like some kind of prostitute or something. Like, if I feel so bad, why I keep showing up to this place? I'm going to Africa. The hardest thing to do is to be true to yourself, especially when everybody's watching.
People don't make albums anymore. They don't make albums. They just try to sell a bunch of little quick singles, and they burn out, and they put out a new one, and they burn out, and they put out a new one. People don't even listen to a body of work.
It has over 9 million views in just a couple of weeks, and I wanted to share it with you guys because it exposes the truth behind our medical system and really everything I talk about here. Long story short, this guy went into the medical field to help people. He spent 20 years of his life between medical school, training, and practicing as a neurosurgeon. He was noticing that his patients weren't actually healing and they kept coming back. Once he understood what was going on, he ultimately quit his job and made this video explaining why.
It was my aha moment. It's like, oh, I know what's going on. To actually heal, you need to eat a certain way, sleep a lot, not be stressed out, have a good social network, exercise, move your body, stretch. If you do all those things, you heal. When your body heals, it doesn't just heal, a worn out joint in your neck or your back. It heals everything. It heals the worn out joint in your neck, your back. It heals a skin problem. It heals your digestive tract problem. It heals your hair issues. When your body heals, it heals everything. But the way that everything is set up in the whole country is that the hospital needs to make money. And the problem there is that if you figure out a way to help patients heal, and that way doesn't include a pill or a surgery, then the hospital and the doctor are in big trouble. Because if you figure out a way to help people heal and you can't charge them for it, well, then you've just worked yourself out of a job.